Hey, boys and girls, we are talking about the places or buildings or whatever in your neighborhood. We're still talking about your neighborhood. So I have a story I'm going to read to you, and it's called Tag Along Fred. And Tag Along Fred is going around in the neighborhood to visit different people in the neighborhood and see what jobs they are doing. So the name of the book is Tag Along Fred, and the author is Kimberly B. Johnson. And, you know, this is the front of the book. The spine holds it together in the back of the book. Okay, let's get started. Okay. When Fred woke up, it was a beautiful day. The kind of day that was perfect to play. And look at Fred. He's looking out the what? The window. And we say window begins with the letter what? W. And out the window, what's coming up? The sun. And it's going to be a beautiful day. Sunny day. Okay, let's go. Fred told his mama, I want to make this day as great as it can be. She said, then find something different to do. It's easy. You will see. You can enjoy interesting things if you take the time and look. You can draw a picture, write a story, or even read a book. Let's see what they're going to do. No, said Fred, I want to do something even more different than that. I think of something, he said, and he reached for his what? Hat. And since he reached for his hat, what is he getting ready to do? Is he going outside or is he getting ready to go read a book? What you think? Okay. When Fred went outside, the fire truck drove by. It was shiny and red with a ladder that reached the sky. The truck stopped near the hydrant at the end of the street. Then Mr. Perez stepped down from the driver's seat. And what does the hydrant do? Can anyone tell me, what does the hydrant do, Joshua? Okay. And look up in the tree. What's sitting up in the tree? That's a squirrel. Okay. Hi, Mr. Perez. I'm going to be a tag-along today. May I tag along with you to see if the hydrant are okay? Okay. Have you figured out what the hydrant do? Sure, said Mr. Perez. I inspect the hydrant every week to make sure that we can see them and that they don't have a leak. You will have to make sure that the reflector is seen at night and that no trash or grass keep it hidden from your sight. Okay, so the hydrant is what? That's where you get your water at. That's where they hook the hose up for the water if something catch a fire. Okay. Oh, that's okay, I don't mind. So Mr. Perez keep inspecting and Fred tag along behind. Oh, your job is so important and I never really knew how much we can depend on all the work that you do. See, he helped people that if they needed first aid, they broke a leg or something, or stuck up in a tree. He helped with the fire. He teach stop, drop, and roll. Fred thanked Mr. Perez and waved goodbye. Then he saw another truck that caught his eye. This truck was loud as it rumbled down the road. It was the garbage man picking up a load. Now what does the garbage man do? Excuse me, Mr. Banks. I'm a tag-along today. May I tag along with you if I can stay out the way? Sure, Mr. Banks. My job is hard to do, but you may tag along with me if you really want to. Sometimes I pick up bags that aren't always sturdy. So if you're tag along with me, you might get a little dirty. And see, when y'all get ready to put y'all trash in the trash can, big trash can, make sure you get a trash bag in so that he can pick it up and put it in the trash truck. That's okay, I don't mind. So Mr. Banks continued working and Fred tagged along behind. Oh, your job is so important, I never really knew how much we can depend on all the work that you do. So see Mr. Banks, he separates glass, he worked in the recycling center. He pick up trash that the dog knocked down, and then he tried to be real strong and pick up all the bags and trash cans and sometimes it fall. And then he go to the landfill and dump it. Okay. Then as Fred went home to rest for a minute, he checked the mailbox to see if mail was in it. That's when Fred saw Mr. Green walk by. Mr. Green was the mailman, and he always said hi. Fred waved to Mr. Green, and he said with a smile, "I'm a tag along today. May I follow you for a while?" Let's see. And this right here on the mailbox is a little flag. And when you have mail that's going out for the mailman to pick up, you put your flag up. Let's see what. "Sure," said Mr. Green, "but I walk a lot each day. My bags start out heavy and get lighter along the way. You may have to deliver mail even when the sky is gray, to families and to friends who may live far away." "Oh, that's okay, I don't mind." So Mr. Green walked off and Fred tagged behind. Oh, your job is so important, and I never really knew how much we can depend on all the work you do. Okay, he goes to the mailboxes that be on the corner. He picks up that mail. He separates the mail. And right here is he putting mail in or taking it out. And see what I was telling you about? He got the flag up. So he's getting mail out of their mailbox. He put mail in there. As Fred waved goodbye, he had to cross the street. That's when he saw the traffic cop. Her name is Mrs. Pete. "Hi, Mrs. Pete. I am a tag-along today. May I tag along with you and help you point the way?" "Sure," said Miss Pete, "but there are rules to obey. Stop, look, and listen is what I always say. You stand outside in the rain, in heat and snow, so that you can tell others when it's safe to go." And then we had talked about earlier, last month, we talked about traffic light. We talked about Garrett Morgan that invented the traffic light. And he does about the same as Miss Pete. She makes sure people get across the street. She makes sure that the cars stop when the kids get ready to cross. And so Garrett Morgan invented the traffic light. So when it's on red, you what? Stop. When it's on yellow, you slow down, and green, go. So, same job. Let's see. That's okay, I don't mind. So Miss Pete crossed the street and Fred tagged behind. Oh, your job is so important, I never really knew how much we can depend on all the work that you do. See, she helped the children go across the road and get on the bus. The children that walk to school, she take them across the street and everything. When Fred came home, he told his mom and dad what he had learned that day about jobs and duties and how people earn their pay. They said, every job is important and we must always remember to be thankful and appreciate all the other jobs people do. Mom smiled and said, I am glad you did something different, Mr. Tagalong Fred. After dinner, we will read a story and then you can tag along to bed. And he read his story, The Town Workers, the evening. So Fred had a very interesting day, and he learned about different jobs, and he learned about the people that's in the neighborhood that make your life more easy. So Today is beautiful. Take a trip to the park and walk around through your neighborhood and see what you see. So you have a good afternoon. Hope to you tomorrow.